Yeah. Yeah, man, I do it for the fam. Tryna put food on my table, going ham. PYT says she knows who I am. Brows on fleek, she'll do it for the gram. Love.
What's going on YouTube? This is Dr. Storm, aka Project X from Server 7, with another YouTube video. So, I think it's about maybe 2-3 weeks that I said that once I got SSS Naruto, I'll get SSS Ichigo. And earlier today, literally at reset, I actually, see, wrong character. I actually got a real Ichigo right here in the flesh, and now I have all three. So this is a video I've been telling you guys I was gonna do. But quick notice that, like I said, I did create a, where is it? Oopsies. I did create a Discord. So, you know, we got 2 channels right now. We got about 12 people in total, but we got a friendly chat, right, where if you guys just want to talk about, like, random shit. Sometimes people forget that this is a friendly chat, and if you need advice, you go to need advice, but still some people forget that this is a need advice chat, and yeah. Links in the description if you want to get in. This is pretty much one of the ways you can get me. Also, if you just want to really just hit me up just through a direct message, you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that notice. But back to the video. Um, so to me, out of the top 3, right? I think it's best if I just first show you, what they could do. So pretty much, I'm in the War Beyond, War Between Dimensions right now. Sorry for the lag. My software is going a little bit haywire right now. Apparently there's a new update, and I updated, and this shit just it bugs the crap out of me after updations. But that's the 3 of them. Ichigo, he's a semi-support, I guess, out of all 3 of them. Luffy doesn't make the most damage, and then Naruto just sucks as of right now. I think everybody knows this. But let me go on to their skill tree, I guess, for those who don't know what they can do. Right now my Luffy's already 91 because he's already part of my main squad. The other 2 are level 1, so I'll have to go down and dig them for them. So overall, Luffy, he just does he's literally just a damager. He's like an Urza, but a little bit stronger, and the way he does his things are a little bit different. For example, his gunling, uh, gunning rampage is pretty much where you will see him have 2 huge black arms, right? Those who are familiar with the show, those are hockeys, but I'm not gonna really go explain on that. And they pretty much will just rampage on all the opponents. The only way you can block this if you have a physical shield like TB does. Pretty much same with like Erza and whatnot. Um, and it will pretty much repel all the opponents. Pretty much most of them. Not, I don't want to say all of them, but at least some of them will be repelled, so it'll like do a little bit of a delay effect. And then of course you got his elemental gun, which is pretty much like his special, but he only does it with 1 arm and 1 hit. Attacks in a straight line. And yeah, that's pretty useful. And then of course he has his second gear, which is pretty much like the 4th Hokage's special, where like everybody gets beat up and whatnot. And then the millions of pirates, once that's working. Okay, there we go. It gets him a little bit of a shield. Is immune to pretty much most things. Really not too sure on how this skill works. That's all I know for it. And then his actual 4th stage, his awakening form, which is quite OP, is when he hits under 30%, he will transform to like his bigger self. I'll show you right now. That's his bigger self. Come on. My bad again for the software lag. They say that they fixed bugs. I don't believe that shit. But pretty much after he transforms, he gains all his health back, and then he does an additional damage boost. Looks pretty monster-y as well. Next person in line, we'll go with the real Ichigo because he came out next. I'm not too familiar on real Ichigos, but his overall skills make him like one of the probably like the best supportive class in out of the main three, in my opinion. He does magic attack pretty much. Only my main problem is with Ichigo is that he's quite slow. Not as slow as Naruto, but he is quite slow to get him started. Special move, um, Piercer of Heavens, pretty much does a magic attack to all three people. You'll see him do like his you see him just swing his sword 3 times, like ridiculously fast. That's pretty much what it is. It's a, it doesn't take too long for it to activate. Where is it? Okay, Black Fangs, lifting all characters to the air, dealing magic damage, causing them to bleed. I'm not too sure about this. We'll figure out. We'll see later on when I actually do a one-on-one versus certain teams. Um, but now Heaven Dance, where he deals physical damage to all opponents 3 times, reducing their magic shield and may stun them for 3.5 seconds. You will see this quite often. I think this is like the very first thing you see. It's quite useful. And then, of course, um, this is probably like the most OP effect I've ever seen. Extinction. Forget about the first part. The only part I care about is like you cannot be frozen. So like it makes it really hard to delay the fact to make him even slower. So it's a bonus overall. And then last but not least, the chosen one, which I already should have done in my previous video, but I'm gonna do it again. Pretty much, he's the anti-Madara. That's his main purpose, I guess. Anti-healer effect. He's that poison style, I guess. Lava Shuriken, which, like I said, that does the anti-effect. Which, if you don't remember seeing that in the last video, I'll do it again on this video. And then Sage Art plus Seal increases. This is all this the same thing as like literally the fourth Hokage's. There's a black shield like in the very beginning of the match. It's his Rasengan and whatnot. Um, Cleanser increases a little bit of self healing. This is a part where he gets to heal himself because Sage Art, I guess. And then of course an extra power is another self healing effect. That's pretty much what these two do. That's like really convenient, but he's still the weakest out of all of them. Let's see how that goes. Uh, Alright, and one more thing, Madara is right now level 7. I have been tracking on how much you need. Just for a little reminder for you guys. That video will be coming up, but right now he's just level 7 going to level 8. It's quite unpredictable. So let's just go straight out to the warping 200 times. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to just have them one by one fight out. I'm one of the most OP characters in the game, one of the strongest fronts in the game versus Madara. Let's see how that goes. And after that, I'll do it by teams, which the team's already been constructed. So right now I have, god damn it, lag. I have to redo this entire video.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope. Sounds like.
Oh, so there you go. Battle already began a little bit earlier. Luffy, that's his, elemental gun that, like I said, when you see him go down, putting his, fist on the ground, that's when he does his second gear. I really don't know when the million pirates kick in, but, yeah, that's pretty much it, and then, that's his special. When you see him go down more, you'll see him transform. 30% is right about here. And yeah, you see kicked in right there. He transformed to a bigger form, and then that's pretty much what it is. Now one on one, I don't. He can't beat him because he has like zero support, zero self healing effect. You know, everybody knows what Madara does. You know, the whole self healing effect, and then the whole damage burn situation makes him ridiculously OP. Real Ichigo is next in line. So there you go. That's his uh his third effect. I forgot which one that was called, but that's the one that pretty much freezes you, puts you in a stone for about 3-4 seconds. The only reason why Madara hasn't been frozen is because it's really practical only on goddamn you one pretty quickly. Uh, Mostly the mid and back support characters. That's when you see the effect. I'll do another one right after this one, and so I'm surprised how he actually won that really quick. I never seen that honestly. This is my first time actually using Ichigo and versus 1v1ing Madara, so I have no idea. This one we already seen in my previous video where you or Naruto and its anti-healing effect. Um, there's his, I guess, his Rasengan, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Um, both of them. And then just gotta wait a little bit. There his special goes, a little bit of self-healing. I don't know if you can see that or not. But you see the anti-healing effect right there. Pretty destructive overall. Um, but the most OP character is somebody you're not gonna be surprised about. I'm just gonna let this battle go through. So as you can see, his health just came straight back up. I guess because he probably took out most of the shadow clones and whatnot, and of course a little bit of a dodging effect shield. Um, Just gonna let this play out for now. Sorry again for the ridiculous lag. I'm tired of this app, but or not the software, but it's like one of the best ones out there apparently. Alright, so that's why you can see all three characters. Now I'm just gonna put a random squad in here. Okay, this is highly unpractical. Let's do what used to be the meta of the game, where you will have Ran, Chile, and 3 support. I do not have Usopp, so I'm gonna have to use. Where the hell is she? That's her. There she is. And then we have TB. We're gonna have Hisoka, and then Itachi. So this was like the meta for the longest until people start changing it up, doing different type of styles. Um, don't really see a lot of this sort of layout. It's still good, not as good as it used to be though, because everybody getting new characters in SSS ranking. Uh, so this is the main part where what's his name, Luffy will always lose. It's because in Team has a shield that pretty much reduces uh, the magic, his special pretty much. That shit that you can see right now, but that's the pushing back effect, right, where you see all the characters moving back, a little bit of delay. Still couldn't do much about it. Yeah. We're gonna do it again with Ichigo. Sorry, this is quite pointless. If you really want to just hear me say who's the best, you can just cut off to the very end of the video. Maybe the last 30 seconds, you'll probably hear me say who's the best. It's quite unanimous. I already know who it is. So there you go. That's the stone effect. As you can see here, you got 4 of them, which is pretty good. Normally, I seen 3s when I was doing a little bit semi-testing on him to see my all-star team. Which if you're gonna have to wait for that one. I'm not gonna bother telling anybody that. And so I'm pretty confident. So there you go. That's his effect again. Really useful effect overall. But yeah. So of course did a little bit better than real Luffy. but not quite there yet. And then we're just gonna have the chosen one, Naruto, of course, to go battle that out. So, and he didn't even lost anything. Alright, so those of you can see, um, you saw all three. You saw how effective they could be. Let's see. Thank you very much, side or style. Alright. So out of the three, which one do you think is the best? Um, that's pretty much the main part of this video. To me, as of right now, it is Luffy. The only reason why is because he has an awakening. If we have them doing 1v1s, which I don't want to waste you guys' time on, but like in normal other occasions when you have Luffy with a whole bunch of support, like you give him with the 4th Hokage, TV, Hisoka, who have like a motto, like my team right now, regardless of whatever you do, they always win because of that awakening form. He gets them that extra health bar. That's the main reason why. Once Ichigo, once the game comes out with an awakening with Ichigo, it's most likely going to be him next, who's going to just take over the food chain. But as of right now, in my opinion, based off me doing several testings last night and earlier today, like I guess in game time 14 hours ago, that's Luffy's the best. It was that simple. He could pretty much he does a lot of damage, and you could already get like a good amount of support that you would have already been having. Because now in the meta, you have to have support if you want to be the best. You can't just have 2 fronts and 3 mids, or 3 fronts and 2 mids. It's quite hard for you to try to be on top. You must at least have 1 back supportive class and like maybe 1 mid. But other than that, that is pretty much it on the video. And yeah, like I said again, join our Discord. It's a nice little friendly area. This is Project X, aka Dr. Storm, and I'm out. And that's a server that's giving me hard times.
And I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really big rings. I got a really